Ja Morant has been called out once again, this time from the media and an ex-NBA star in Charles Barkley. We're going to break down everything you need to know on why Ja Morant was called out and what went down in this whole situation in this video. I'm your host, Joey Mercer. This is another episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast. I want to thank everybody for the consistent support that they've showed to the channel and on the most recent videos. And if you are enjoying this content, make sure to go down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes on the NBA, as well as everything you need to know around it. So without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand, being ex-NBA stars call out Ja Morant over grenade celebration. Morant was fined for gun gesture celebrations and has now turned to the grenade. This happened after hitting a three-pointer the other night. I don't think it makes things much better. He just needs to stay away from anything to do with firearms or explosives and just stick to basketball realistically. I mean, celebrations could be anything. I mean, even if he did a Carmelo Anthony 3 to the dome, anything is better than what he's been doing for celebrations after all the incidences that he's had over the past couple of seasons. Let's look into this article right here by Fox News, this one by Ryan Gatos. It says, Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant raised eyebrows earlier this week when he performed a grenade celebration a week after getting fined for using gun gestures. Morant faced criticism for the new celebration maneuver from former NBA stars Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith on Thursday night, of course, NBA on TNT. You can actually see they said he has a history that maybe he should leave the celebrations where people might die alone. Smith advised during the Inside the NBA broadcast. Barkley called it immature and predicted that former Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins was happy they did not have to deal with this crap anymore. And definitely, I mean, that is the silver lining there for Taylor Jenkins, not having to deal with Ja Morant's off-court and now on-court issues that he has had. Definitely something that he did not want to have to deal with, Ja getting upset because he wasn't getting touches, and now this situation. He did have 36 points last night and has been balling out since Taylor Jenkins has left, but the Grizzlies aren't winning games, so what does it really mean? We can now go down and see that it says Morant again did the grenade celebration, mimicking throwing one into the crowd and covering his ears for the imaginary explosion. The Grizzlies star received much criticism over the course of the week, and he responded to it on Thursday before the team's loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's my celebration now until somebody else has a problem with it, and I'll find another one, he said. Why do we need to have our own celebrations? Why can't we just hit a three and go down the court and play defense? I'm not really sure. It's great to have celebrations. It gives character to players. But when you're in the situation of Ja Morant, he's really playing with fire. How he's responded to these situations. And I don't think it's been the most appropriate of approaches. But once again, just my opinion. Morant was suspended for 25 games at the start of the 2023-24 season after several gun-related issues came to light. He was fined last week for gun-aiming gestures that were deemed to be inappropriate. He had received a warning before the fine. He knows what he's doing because y'all are going to keep talking about it, Shaquille O'Neal added on the TNT broadcast. And that's what it is. He's trying to put some, respect on his name, so to speak, but in a bit of a different way. He just wants people to talk about him, so the people that really, really respect Ja Morant are going to back him up, and I think that's the whole situation here that Shaq was talking about. Morant's teammate Vince Williams Jr. actually backed the guard, saying he would have went to that too. It's good for him, Williams said. He gets to save his money. Anything that benefits him saving his money, I'm all for it, honestly. How about just, once again, no explosives, no firearms? Vince Williams, I understand that you're thinking about him saving money. It's a better celebration than the gun one based on the history from Ja Morant, but nonetheless, still not a great celebration to go to with the issues that he's had in the past. So I'm not all for that comment by Vince Williams Jr. Despite the loss, the Grizzlies are still in the playoffs, but are fighting to get out of the play-in bracket. Right now, they would be the 7th seed and would have to face the Dallas Mavericks. So very interesting there for sure. They were the 5th seed. Taylor Jenkins gets fired. Now they're the 7th seed. They're in the play-in. So interesting how things happen there for sure. However, with 2 games left in the season for the Grizzlies, the team is just a tiebreaker behind the Golden State Warriors for the number 6 seed and a game behind the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Clippers for a possible number 4 or 5 seed. So it is a very tight race, but every game matters. I mean, I think the way that all the teams have been playing, I think the Grizzlies most likely will be a play-in team. This has been a disastrous end to the season for them with everything that's gone on and the firing of Taylor Jenkins. And they should really look into doing something maybe different in the next season. Does it mean moving on for Ja Morant? Does it mean finding a new head coach? Who's to say? This has just been my take here on this whole situation, which has just been an absolute roller coaster with Ja Morant and the Grizzlies as of late. But let me know what you think about this down below in the comments section. Make sure to like the video if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and I will see you all in the next one.